Hey yo, good morning YouTube. Welcome back to another video. And we got so much to go over today, so make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because we are on the road to 200,000 subs. Now, I have a little bit of a surprise of something that I bought last week. But before that, I want to do a diet check-in. Now, I've been dieting for about 3 weeks now, and we took a completely different stance towards this steroid cycle. We've done the bigger by the days. We've pushed it to the limit, and we didn't see that much more gain versus taking kind of regular dosages. So this prep, I wanted to take dosages that a regular person would take. Not a competitive bodybuilder, not a competitive powerlifter, but somebody that just goes to the gym that wanted to dabble on the untested side to see how good we can look without taking anything crazy. So we're gonna do a quick check-in. This is the start of week number 3. We're gonna shower up, get some breakfast, and go over exactly what the stack has been for the last 3 weeks. So let's see how far we can take this. Like I said in the last video, this is the first time that we're dieting for myself. Not planning on any competitions. I just want to test my physical and mental strength, and I want to try to do this as healthy as possible. So let's see what we can do. Breakfast is served today. We got 2 whole eggs, low-fat English muffins, some turkey bacon, and 2 slices of cheese. I am not condoning the use of steroids, especially when you are not competing. I would have never started this whole untested journey without the ambitions to become the best in the world. I became one of the best in the world naturally. I won worlds. I broke the 4 all-time world records, and I wanted that next step, and that's why I took that. And that's how you guys have to look at things, is it worth it for you? No one is gonna be able to say that other than you. And I will say that one cycle could ruin your entire life. My first cycle, I broke out in tons of acne, and it took me a while to understand hormone levels, PCT, because when I did start, there wasn't really people on the internet breaking this down. It was a very trial and error based situation. This cycle, I want to try to rival some of my best bodybuilding looks I've ever achieved, but using half or a quarter of the dosages that I was using for those preps. I really want to see how much it differs from taking a competition bodybuilding stack versus just having semi-okay genetics, but training your ass off, dieting properly, getting your cardio done, keeping your stress low, and etc. Now, looking at the progress pictures, we have tons of work to do. I am actually waiting for a MRI because it is looking like I have a tear either in my ACL or my patella tendon. I can't bend at all with my right knee. It hurts to sit. I need to put all the pressure on my left leg, which is why you see my left leg kind of dominating the progress pictures, because it is very hard to train the right side. I am still doing legs, but I am mostly just focusing on the left and the hamstrings, so we'll see how that kind of plays out over the next little bit. So now for the cycle. Now, I wanted to wait for the 3-week mark because it actually started looking like I've been taking some drugs. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of TRT. I ended up coming off everything for 3.5 months, so this is really just starting to hit now. Now, we only have a few injectables and a few orals. And obviously this is gonna change along the way, but there's not gonna be like the 8 compounds that you added in during a competition prep. On an average competition prep, you're taking 8 to 10 different things at a lower dosage to get a specific look. But we're gonna try to manipulate the diet, manipulate the training into only taking a few things at lower dosages and seeing if we can obtain still that full dry look. And also, just a disclaimer, I do live in Canada and to possess steroids is 100% legal. So obviously we have the base, testosterone and enthate. I would always do 500 to 750 milligrams. I've preached through video that doing a 350 milligram cycle is completely pointless. I do still believe that for competition bodybuilding, but now we're gonna put it to the test. We are only running 350 milligrams of testosterone and enthate so far. We might add in prop towards the end if I want something fast acting, but 350 has been doing great. It got my energy levels back up. It got my strength back up. It's got my mood back up. And at 350 milligrams, the side effects that are gonna come from that are gonna be virtually non-existent. There's not gonna be crazy estrogen fluctuations. There's not gonna be anything that should hit me out of the blue, especially because we have Masteron. Masteron also works as the anti-estrogen, so that virtually I'm not really taking any other anti-estrogens, and my estrogen should be in that 30 to 46 range. We're taking 200 milligrams a week, and Masteron honestly is just to get you a little bit drier, a little bit harder. It doesn't really have that much performance properties, but it works very well synergistically with testosterone to give you that like grainy kind of branch worn look. It's great for a cut. Because we are dropping the calories a little bit low, I did want to start off with something too that was going to help bring my strength a little bit up, as well as bring the fullness a little bit up. So we are taking 250 milligrams of NPP a week. NPP is like the fast acting DECA. So I'm not gonna blow up in water retention like you would from DECA. You can still create a very lean, healthy looking physique, but at the same time, with the dosage that we're taking, with the low estrogen and the low carb diet we're following, we're not gonna hold too much water either. What water we do hold is also gonna be held as subliminal fluid in your joints, so I can train harder, train faster, train more explosive without having all those aching shoulder pains, elbow pains, and so on. And those are the only injectables we're taking. And so far, guys, I'm actually seeing great progress from this. Now, obviously, for the orals, we do have Aromasin on hand, but we have not taken it yet because the testosterone dosage with the Masteron is not high enough to put my estrogen at a crazy level. High estrogen is very bad, but low estrogen is also very bad. To balance this level in the middle, to have optimal muscle gain, optimal sex drive, optimal energy levels, if you tilt one side or the other, you're actually gonna get the same side effects whether you have high estrogen or low estrogen, so make sure you watch out for that. We also have finasteride on hand. Finasteride is for hair loss. Now you guys know I have great hairlines. I do use the ketocozo shampoo from Intelligent Shop every single day, but finasteride is really just a DHT blocker from testosterone. It doesn't help with any other drug other than like a test-based thing. And since our test is so low right now, I felt there was no need to add in finasteride. Finasteride isn't the most healthy thing. Personally, I never got side effects from it, but at the same time, you need DHT to build muscle as well. If you do take finasteride, it might actually slightly hinder your muscle building performance. Now, we do have 3 fat burners in here, and now they are not necessarily anabolic, but they are still hard on the body. So we have GW or Cardarine. I'm taking 20 milligrams a day. That will increase my endurance, increase my performance, and this isn't really a stimulant fat burner, but it helps change the composition of your body. I love GW. I've taken it every cut. I've taken it every powerlifting meet. It really is exactly what it says it is. Now on our cardio days, currently we're doing cardio 4 days a week for 30 minutes. We take 25 micrograms of Clen just to really sweat it out, speed up the heart rate, burn more calories, and then Helios. Helios is a mix of albuterol, nicotine, caffeine, and yohimbine. It's great for a fat burner. It does shed you very quick, but at the same time, it also is an appetite suppressant. So I'm not going through every day starving. And so far, those are the only things that we've been taking. And we are only going to take these things until we hit a plateau. And then we'll adjust and go accordingly. I most likely, when it's time to get lean, drop the NPP. Usually I would add something in nuts like Halo or Anadrol or Tren. This year, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna see how healthy we can be and how crazy we can look. Exactly what we're gonna be hitting this time around. And we're gonna be doing weekly updates, not just to keep me accountable, but let's see if you guys can also get in the best shape of your life. No matter if you're natty, on shit, powerlifting, let's push this discipline. You don't need a show to make changes in your life. You don't need something drastic to happen to make changes in your life. This is purely because I want to test my mental well-being and how far I can take this without saying, well, I have a show, so I have to. No, I want to do this for me. So with that said, I'm going to eat some breakfast, and I will most likely see you tomorrow for the little surprise. Good morning, YouTube. We are pulling some early morning side quests on this Tuesday because I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. Here's the link. We are going to 300K. Your boy loves motorcycles, loves them. My first motorcycle was a GSXR 1000 that I got 2 years ago. That was my first bike ever. And you may be saying you learned on 1000cc. Yeah, I did, because I'm not a little bitch. You know, if you're gonna do something, you go all the way. In my mind, why was I gonna get a 500 to then get a 6, then to get a 750, then to get 1000? No, just learn on the 1000, and then if I ever wanted any other bike, I could. You know what I'm saying? So we are actually headed to the drive test center to get my M1 today. And you may be wondering, Mark, you only have, yes, I never rode the bike on roads. I always rode it in Mexico. If you guys have fucking questions, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But we are going to get my official M1 today because my baby, the GSXR, actually died last year. Rest in peace. God, please protect him. Anyways, I've been looking and I decided that I wanted to get a 600cc this year. And I wanted to get a 600 because I did want to learn more control, better turns. I wanted to learn wheelies, and man, the 2 times I tried a wheelie on the 1000, I just flew the bike to the moon because it was just too powerful. So this allows me to like take a couple steps back and like really learn the basics. So I want to get my official M1, and because of my horrific driving record, there was no way that I was insuring a 1000cc bike. First ever car was a Mark III Supra that we put orange fiberglass on everything. And I ended up hitting a massive fucking raccoon and it destroyed the car. Then my second car was a Nissan 370Z. I was doing a U-turn. It was rear wheel drive. I hit a patch of gravel, which I thought that I could counter steer and Tokyo drift the shit out of it. I ended up smashing into the curb, bending the axle, and fuck, bro. So then I got a Type R, and that Type R was amazing. I actually kept it in amazing condition, no problems, but it just wasn't strong enough for me. It wasn't like, ugh, I needed the roar. So then I ended up getting an SRT Dodge Challenger. 4 days after I bought it, I took an on-ramp too fast at 4 o'clock in the morning, smashed it into the guardrail. So I did have 2 totaled cars. I had a whole bunch of speeding tickets, almost reckless driving ticket. So insurance just was not possible for these last few years. But now that everything has calmed down, I ended up finding a bike, a 600cc, which was a sport touring, which they would give me insurance on, but it's more of a sport than a touring. I've actually already bought it. I'll show you guys later today. But I've decided to go get my M1 without studying, without even reading the test, and we're gonna see what happens. So I'm hyped because we're gonna see what happens. The next clip you see is either me going to say, holy fuck, this test was a lot harder than I thought, or they gave me my M1 and we just passed. So let's see. And boom, baby, just like that, motorcycle license is done. They threw so many curveballs, man. Like, I fucking watched 7 people fail their fucking driving test because where like I live in Canada, there's like a G1, a G2, then a G, and like I'm in like the written section, right? So mind you, I had to wait in line for 2.5 hours just to write a fucking 20-second test. But I watched, and like there wasn't one white person. I'm not trying to be racist, but there wasn't one white person in there. And 7 people failed their fucking G1s. And then when I drive home and I'm like, no wonder these people can't fucking drive, bro. Like, I always wonder, like, how the fuck these people got licenses, and it's literally just because you can just keep redoing the test over and over until you pass, and then go and terrorize the fucking roads. So, yeah, 2.5 hours, fucking, it's almost 1 o'clock, gonna go home, eat, and get this fucking day started, but it feels good, got my license, and no problem. So, a little celebrational little meal when we get home, because I ended up going fasted, because like I said, I like to get everything done in the morning that needs to get done. Usually I would eat no carbs for breakfast, but I'm gonna train right after this meal, so we're gonna crush it. Not sure what we're gonna train. It's either gonna be I don't know. It's either gonna be back, chest, or legs, but I did hurt my knee, and we actually have a doctor's appointment tomorrow because I'm 99% sure that I have a torn ligament in my knee, and we're gonna see what happens. You know, when you get this old, injuries happen. There's not enough BPC, TB500, or growth hormone in the world that will stop these injuries from happening. You see all these massive powerlifters, Dan Green, Eric Lillibridge, Larry Wheels, like, age is catching up to us, and that's why we're trying to crush it so hard, so quickly, because eventually you can't, and it does take one injury that kind of sets you out forever. And that's why you really got to be smart, guys, is everyone told me to slow down when I was 21. But I wanted to be the best ever, but I wanted to do it younger than anyone else. And that's when I hurt my back and I had to stop competing at 21. At 21, I was competing in men's open and I ranked 3rd in the world of that year. I ranked 8th in the world of all time men's open 198 at 21. I was the youngest by like 7 years, but I felt like I needed to push it because I wanted to be the best and the youngest. And then I got hurt and I didn't compete for 6 years, and I probably never will compete again at that level because of this injury. Now, never say never. Hopefully one day I can afford stem cells and like I can get back to like a 900 squat, 600 bench, 800 deadlift. I know we were really close to that last year, but again, it just kept piling up, and my back couldn't take it. So just be careful. And if you are a freak, just remember, it is the long game. When you get over like 22, no one cares how young you are anymore. You know what I'm saying? So be smart, take your recovery smart. If you are on the untested side, BPC, TB500, MK677, growth hormone, glucosamine, like, make sure you prioritize your health and injuries because they can wreck you a lot faster than you think. So let's eat, and I'll see you guys for the pre-workout. Getting lean. So some shit actually changed. Intelligent Shop H2O. It's my favorite like gym clone right now because you kind of smell like Aquaman. And then can't forget deodorant. Because guys, I swear, when you take tests, you don't smell bad, but like you don't smell good. You got these like pheromones coming out of you that like just don't come out when you're natty, and it is what it is, you know? I actually got a call from my doctor, and they said there was a cancellation. Did I want to come today instead of tomorrow? And I said, yeah, why not? The issue is it's an hour away. So we actually are packing gym stuff. We got a pump cover for the hoodie. I'm going to grab an energy drink because I want to drink this like 10 minutes before the gym. Grill of Mind Bombsicle. Because I don't want like my pre-workout sitting in the car and then getting all like hot and shit. That would just taste disgusting. And then I'm going to bring a pill. They're gonna touch my knee, and my knee right now to even touch is in so much pain. I've been blasting peptides for 2 weeks, and it's got a lot better to the point that I can walk, I can like sit down, but it's still not good enough to like train legs. And if I put on like a knee sleeve, I can train legs, but then I think it's just holding everything in place. So obviously I doubt this doctor will be able to do anything. The way something works in Canada is you need to see one doctor who gives you a requisition to another doctor, who gives you a requisition to imaging, who then gives you a requisition to someone who can read the imaging. So I doubt I'll get any answers, but I'll regroup in the truck after the appointment and see what they say. Just got back from the doctor. They did a whole bunch of poking around in it. Now it is so irritated and so swollen. But anyways, it's just chest day today, so it doesn't really matter. But they said definitely something wrong with it, but ultrasound gonna be a waste of time. There's too much fluid, too much inflammation for them to even see anything. And like that's just shows like the extent of damage, because with the TB500, the BPC, that reduces inflammation. But obviously I've been walking on it all day and it does hurt after like long periods of times. They said, do you want any painkillers? I already went down that route with my back, so I just said, nah, I'm just gonna raw dog the shit out of this thing. And here we are. So they booked me for an MRI. They gave me some naproxen, which is like an anti-inflammatory, which is gonna help my knee, and it helps my disc issue a lot. I only take it when I have to, but on big lift days, on back days, and then certain days when I wake up, I'm just in so much pain that I'll take it. We just got to my parents' house. This is where the bike is actually, because they have a garage, and I wanted to keep it covered because I have to go get the bike safety, like, I don't know, I'm gonna have like a 10-day temporary plate. Within those 10 days, I have to get the bike safetied. I need to do an oil change. I need to do all the fluid changes. I'm probably gonna do all that myself here, to be honest. So that's why the bike's here. And I think a Gorilla Mind package just got dropped off. So I'll show you guys the bike. I'll get the Gorilla Mind package, and then we're headed off to the gym. So I don't think I'm gonna film this workout because we're going to Hazeldean Good Life at 5 o'clock. Holy fuck my life. Literally fuck my life. But it's just the way the day worked out, and you know, I'll get a good workout in regardless. Hood up, headphones in. And at Good Life, people don't usually like disturb you too much. They'll say, hey, they'll be like, what's up? A head nod, like an adequate amount of conversation for the gym. But like 613 Lift, the gym I normally film at, that's why I've been going at weird times, because man, like I've been there for 3 years now. I love the gym. It's an amazing gym. The owner's phenomenal, but these people don't understand like when it's time to be quiet. Like I need a like shh sign that, you know, at spas, the shh, like I just need that in my pocket just so they get the hint. But an aftermarket exhaust. This Yamashiri exhaust alone is like $600. It sounds ridiculous. It's a ZR 600, so a lot less powerful than my 1000. But you can see like it's basically a sport touring. So the touring drops the insurance cost by like half, more than half. But it's still like a sport bike stance and a sport bike engine. So like I've already driven it. Like I picked it up last week. It's fast. It's not like the 1000cc fast that if you touch the throttle, like the bike flies out from under you, which I did a couple times because like I said, I learned on that bike. But this is like a perfect balance, everyday driver. It's gonna save me so much on gas. Let's see if it'll start. I don't think it'll start. I think I'll need to boost it, but we'll see. We'll see if it starts here. Hey, it started. It's a 2007, super low kilometers. I didn't want to buy like a brand new bike because like the chances I wheelie this thing and drop it is very high. So I'm hyped up. Let's go check out the Gorilla Mind package and we're off to the gym. A bit more than last time because, okay, yo, these are so sick, guys. They came out with these like Gorilla Mind oversized hoodies. So I got a 3XL. This is so sick. Look at that. That is awesome. Gorilla Mind. Boom. I'm probably gonna wear this to the gym. Let's hope is it an actual, yeah, okay. It's like an actual 3XL. Fits good. White and black, as you can tell. I love the white and black outfit. Sour gummy worm mode. We got some cookies and cream protein. We got Gorilla Mode base for the days that like I don't want. Like this has so much in it. It kind of taints the taste. where like this just tastes phenomenal. We got 2 Sigmas, a lot of extra health ingredients in here that actually like complements testosterone. So even if you are on cycle and you can't afford it, I mean, it's not a bad choice. This isn't a necessity. This would be like the last thing on my list that I would buy if I had like pointless money to spend. Got Gorilla Mind energy shots. These just come in clutch because sometimes you don't want to drink a full Monster, so you can just chug one of these, and one of these has, can't remember, 200 milligrams of caffeine in this quick little shot. So you're just buzzing. Health stuff, we got some beef liver tabs and some astragalus. Again, can't go wrong with general health. And then I'm obsessed with these right now, the protein bars. This is my favorite. Cookie dough. I'm gonna try a new, oh no, I just got 2. Did I get 2 cookie dough? No, I guess I liked it so much I got 2. I thought I was trying another flavor, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's what we got. Gonna probably take 1 scoop of this or an energy shot right before the gym. Workout's done and we're clutching up because like we've been on the road all day today. So we've like had 2 meals, I think. We had the breakfast meal at 2 o'clock that you saw, the egg sandwiches and the protein shake. And then we had another protein shake and 5 rice cakes. And guess what meal 3 is? Well, this isn't a meal. Another fucking protein. Guys, I just have like 45-minute drive home and I'm fucking starving, man. And the only way I'm not gonna like stop and eat fast food is if I have a protein shake right now. And that's what I fucking love. This cookies and cream from Gorilla is fucking such a good flavor, man. Like this hits the spot. There's some proteins that don't hit the spot. We went over it in the last vid. We're doing like fucking 2.5 scoops. Fuck it. That's like 3 scoops. That's not gonna be overly good for my digestive system, but right now it's what needed. And honestly, I'm probably gonna keep that in the car because this is actually like coming in clutch right now. So what a busy day. Gonna go home, work on some orders, work on some videos, get some client stuff done. And then tomorrow I am going to register the bike with Service Ontario, get a temporary plate so that I can do what it needs to do to get safetied and do all that shit. So it's always fun. Like I said, this is gonna cut down on gas costs by at least 60 to 70%, even including the insurance cost. So literally that's all this protein needs to shake. Not 1 chunk. And the taste, man, there's like little bits of cookies and cream. It'll hit the spot for when we get home, and then I'll have like a regular chicken